For each pair of demand and supply equations, X represents the quantity demanded in units of 1,000, and P is the unit price in dollars. Find the equilibrium quantity and equilibrium price. So keep in mind that we have discussed that the demand function would be a decreasing function. The supply function would be an increasing function. And we want to find the point at which these two functions intersect. And this is what we call the market equilibrium quantity and market equilibrium price. So in order to find that, we would take the two functions, the demand function and the supply function. We're going to set them equal to each other. Solve for x. This represents our equilibrium quantity. And then we're going to plug that value in. And solve for P. So part A, we're going to take the demand function. We're going to set it equal to the supply function. And sometimes we end up with a quadratic equation that we need to solve. We're going to solve by factoring. I'm going to bring all of the terms over to the left-hand side here, or to the right-hand side rather. So when I move terms over, they will change signs. So I end up with positive x squared, adding that to both sides. No like terms on this side to combine that with. Positive 2x, and I actually can combine 8x and 2x to get 10x. And then we're going to say minus 100, so that gives us negative 75. So here we have a quadratic function, or a quadratic equation. We're going to attempt to solve by factoring. I'm going to factor x and x. Two numbers that multiply together to give me negative 75 but add up to give me 10. That would be 5 and 15. Positive 15 minus 5. Continue solving. We find that x is equal to 5 and x is equal to negative 15. We are going to reject x is equal to negative 15 because quantities can't be negative. Remember that we limited ourselves to quadrant 1. So our quantity will be 5, which we said represented in units of 1,000. So our equilibrium quantity would be represented by 5,000 units. And the next thing we want to find is that equilibrium price. We're going to take our x value of 5 and we're going to plug it into either of the functions. Remember that we're looking for the value where x and p are exactly the same for both functions. So it doesn't matter which one you plug into, so I'm going to choose to plug it into the simpler equation. The price would be 8 times 5 plus 25. That's 40 plus 25, which gives us $65. So our equilibrium price will be $65.